Welcome back, guys, to the Get Grow channel. I'm Alexandra, one of the Squirrelians, and today we're going to talk a little bit about marketing automation, specifically on how to do it with if no reply. Um, we're going to talk a little bit on how you can get started with the tool, where you can find it, but also how you can use it to create your own templates, and then what information you can find out about your contacts, the contacts that you put into if no reply. And in the end, we're going to talk a little bit about the other features that they also offer in the product. So like the API and also like mail merge and other ideas that they have included in their product. Okay. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We're going to do a lot of multiple videos about tools, marketing tools you can use in your own strategy. Florine did one last week about Hello Bar, so you can check that one out to see just how you can get more prospects, basically more leads. You can see it even here on this article. And also, he did this week the video announcing the winners of our giveaway. We're going to do more of those in the future, so you can check it out to see if you want it. And also be sure to subscribe so you can find out of the future giveaways and challenges we're going to have on the channel. So now let's get a little bit started to talk about if no reply. So us, the Squirrelians, found if no reply on Product Hunt. It's a really great tool that you can use in your Gmail account to basically automate some of the mails that you're sending. One really great application is if you were doing sales. So I was talking in the previous video I did about Streak CRM, that one of the great ways that you can use Streak CRM is for influencer marketing. You could use if no reply as well, but I don't recommend it as much. I was talking in that video about the fact that you can personalize the emails a lot in those using Streak. You can do it here as well for each content that you're sending the mail to, but you have to basically create that structure beforehand because you're automating basically the email that you're sending out. So if you have influencers that are harder to reach, this could be a good tool to try. But also the best application I still think is for sales and in sales automation if you're sending information that way. Also, if you're interested in other tools that could help you automate your processes, your marketing processes, you can check our article. I've put a link in the description of the video. You can check it out after you see the video. It's really useful. We talk a lot about how you can use different types of automation tools in your marketing strategy. Okay. Going on. So this is basically the tool that I was talking about. It does the automation in Gmail. You can definitely download it from here, basically from the if no reply. You can visit the site and download the Chrome extension and then install it into your own browser, into your Chrome browser. Now in my case, I'm already logged in, so you can I have already the information there. After you basically download and install the Chrome extension, you're basically going to have this red button here in Gmail under the Compose one. And this is the way that you're going to start using if no reply. Basically, if this button is gray or it's not red, you can click on it and you just have to sign in on their site again. It might happen that sometimes if you're downloading the extension from another place, not their site, you might not be logged in when you start using it. So that's the easiest thing to do, is just the easy fix. Okay, so let's see how it looks. So you're going to click on if no reply here in your Gmail account, and this is the dashboard. Basically, you can write you're writing here who you want to send it to, the BCC, the subject, and the whole email. And you're going to see here the steps. Basically, this determines each day you're going to send what email to your contact. And you can start creating here basically the emails, the template emails. That's what I usually suggest. They also have this quick insert that I haven't new now. I haven't used it that much, but it's basically for images, tables, and other elements that you would like to quickly insert into your email. So let's say we're writing an email. Hello. Saw your last blog post. Would love to talk more about the subject. Okay, and let's say we're gonna include an ordered list. So it's quickly to just add that directly from there. About the subject. Email marketing. What am I writing? Content creation, and let's say the last one to be social media. Okay. Okay. We have this here now. Getting rid of it. How do I just... Where do I do this? Alignment, no. Okay. I did have some problems with their editing in the past, but still a great tool for what they're offering, although they still have some issues to solve. Okay, so we have the list. Best regard. Let's not consider the editing right now. It could be solved in a few minutes. Best regards. Okay, so this is your first email. Okay, and then what you can set out from here is basically when you want to send it. So basically the first one is going to be sent out immediately, roughly at the hour that is presented here, within your time zone. They've included this because there was a small delay between when you would say immediately, like sending it now, and when they actually send it, but the delay is not that much, so that's not really an issue for me. It wasn't. Okay, so you can send it immediately, the first mail, and then you can create a new step. So you're basically creating the next email in your segment. So saying that, as the tool name says it, if they don't reply to the first email, they're going to automatically send the second one. And this is going to be, hello, don't know if you read my first email, would love to talk. Let me know when is the best time to reach you. Okay. Best regards. Okay, so let's say that this is the second email, and then you can create another one and another one. The important thing here is like send if always, or if they don't reply. I usually use it with the if they don't reply, because in case they reply, you don't see their email, or it gets into spam or something like that. It's just weird. You're sending them another email like this, and that's better to do it than to go into contact each time they reply, or someone replies to you, and just go like stop the sequence that you're sending them. So if they don't reply, and then you can choose at how many days. So if this first one is sent into the first day, basically you see here, so this is day 1 when you're sending it immediately, then you want the second email to be a few days after that, let's say 4 days. Okay, So that means that this email is going to be sent in the 5th day. So this is the first, 4 days later. And you can also determine at what hour you would like them to receive the email. Again, it's roughly that hour. They have an explanation here that's going to be a delay within 5 minutes of the exact hour that you put in. But I don't think that that's a problem. 5 minutes plus or minus, I think that that's fine. Okay, so let's say that you would like them to get it at 4:08 p.m. Okay, and this is the mail. And then you can keep on creating new steps. Now let's just say that we're gonna load one of the samples that they have here. So basically, oh yeah, also make sure that each time you're creating these emails and then you click load, everything that you've created, so the 2 emails that I've shown you now are gonna be discarded. You're gonna lose them if you don't save them previously. So we're just gonna go cancel here and save as a template, video template, temple. Okay, so we saved it, and now we're gonna load some of the sample ones. Yeah, load it. Just to see a little bit more what suggestions they have. So I don't think that they're the best emails, but to get a really good feeling of all the things that they offer in their emails. Okay, so here is like thanks, first name. This is a tag, so basically for each contact that you have by creating these tags, they're gonna fill in the information. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in the next minutes. So okay, so this is a no reply template. Hi, first name, thanks for the call. If you have any questions, you can reach me at this email address. And then 3 days later, at approximately this hour, just wanted to check whether you've had any thoughts since our call. So again, this is a great way to keep in contact with people because you don't have to think about each email each time. Okay, so this third email that they've created here is basically just to show you that you can kind of personalize it for each contact that you're sending it out to. And then we have the one in the 15 day, just checking to make sure that is there a solution yet. And then 27 days later, hi, first name, I'm still keen to work with you guys. Has there been any update since we last spoke? Okay, now I've explained a little bit what's the difference between if no reply or always, when you can determine this. Also, it's good to know, like, to see here that each email, so the first one is immediately, then it's 3 days since the first one, then it's 6 days since the first one. So all of them are referred when the sequence started. You can't decide to send emails based on the last email that they send it to like be 3 days after the last email I send them. It has to always be like a sequence connected to the first email, to the start of this week sequence. Okay. The next aspect that I want to talk about is basically the tags, and just to show you how you can include them here. So let's say that you have this part of the email that I have here in the template, and then you would like to add something. It will be checked your website, checked. Okay, and now you basically have to insert here. Okay, so we don't have the website. How we can add it? We just have to go here to basically the new contact, the format. So we have here the first name that we're using it as a tag in the email address that you always need in order to send it, and then the article link that is included in one of the emails. And then you can create like a new tag that we're gonna write as website. Okay, and then you can use it here. So checked, insert website as a tag. Okay, you've inserted several times. I wasn't aware. Okay, so checked website, and then you can just continue the phrase checked website. Yay. Again, loved the design. Do you have any recommendations. So yeah, um, it's not really connected to the subject, but yeah, I've just wanted to show you how you can add it to the email to insert the tag. So you've recreated a new tag here in the contact and then added it in the email. Okay, now to show you how you can basically send this email to each person and then how you can personalize it. So if you have the new contact, you have the first name, and then you can create here. So let's say John, email John at something.com. Article link, let's say it's the article I just showed you for Squarely. Okay, and then the website, of course, it's squarely.co. Okay, so you can see it filled out all the information. So yeah, so basically, hi John, in each of the emails, each step, here's this article is interesting, and included the link, and here again the name for all of them. So if you go through them all, you can check to see that each tag was added, but this works okay. And then you can add here a new contact through this button, and basically you're adding the next person. Let's say Sarah, which is Sarah at acme.co. Article link, let's say it's the same one, and then the site will be google.com. Just a random example here. Okay, just to show you, so here, if we're gonna go see, like, it's here, it's hi Sarah, because that's her name. Hi, hey Sarah, quick call, the same article, and where is the template where we put here? See, so this website. So it adds each one of the tags. It's really easier this way because basically you're constructing the template once you're saving it, and then you just have to add the information of each person that you want to add into your contact list. Again, you can also personalize each email, what I was talking to you previously. So here you have, hey Sarah, we can hop on a quick call at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. So you said that to John as well. So you don't want to have two calls at the same time. So let's say we're going to go here and personalize this, okay? And you're going to change the hour or the date, whatever. And let's say we can even change the day of the week to make it personalized. And then only the mail sent to Sarah here will have this information. The other ones, so the ones that you're sending to John in the 7-day is with the template information for now. But we can change it as well. Let's say that you have an appointment then, and you're going to put it at 12. Again, for John, you're asking him at 12 for a phone call, and for Sarah at 11:30, if I remember it correctly. Yes. So this is the way that you can basically personalize each email. You can even write out paragraphs for each one of them, just personalize the emails with what information you want. But this is like, as it is more automized, I don't think that more than changing a few words would work, because you're basically deciding how the conversation is gonna go from the first email, and you're just sending these emails on the idea that they're not answering to them and you would like to get in contact with them, and just to take care of this task in a time efficient way, it would be to basically make sure that they send all these emails and that at one point they're gonna reply. And if they do reply, the sequence is gonna be automatically stopped from if no reply, if you have this setting put here. Now, one other aspect that I like about if no reply is the fact that they have this settings down here. So basically exclude weekends, which I like this because it doesn't, even though you say that I want it to be sent in 6 days or in 12 days or a numerical value that you add there as days, it's not going to send it in the weekends, which is a big plus because you don't want your emails to end up there on the list in the weekend days where nobody's gonna read them, and then on Monday they're gonna be too many emails and people are not gonna look over them. Especially if you're using this kind of tools, it's probably to people that get lots of emails and they need to be something that stands out in order for them to answer. So this is a great feature from my point of view. Okay, so before we go on, I would just like to remind you about the other videos that we do on the channel, and to not forget to check the hello bar, especially that one, because as I was saying, if you're going to use this tool, the if no reply, for sales, you're probably going to need more prospects. Florine talked a little bit more on how to insert and create different messages and test it out. Here's an example on our site. It's a great tool as well, so you can check his video out just to see how you can use that one. Okay, looking forward to other aspects that you can include in if no reply is also include the signature. So basically this is connected to the signature you already have in Gmail. This is mine. Okay. Also, you can include this opt-out. So if you're sending it to a lot of people and you would like them to just know that if they want to not receive these emails anymore because they're not going to answer, they can opt out themselves out of the sequence, not necessarily having to reply to your email. So that's also an option. I don't like to include that if I'm using if no reply because I'm using it usually for not such a long list of contacts, let's say, especially as I've used it only in some projects, so I didn't have more than 20 people that I were contacting. And in this case, I don't think that that's a necessarily feature that you have to include. But if you're doing it for multiple contacts or more than 20, you're doing it for hundreds of people, then you can use this, the opt-out. But I usually think that if you have that many leads, you're probably not going to use Gmail to send them the emails. You're going to use other marketing automation tools, like for example MailChimp or other software similar to that. And there you have the include opt-out, which is basically similar to the ones that you get to most newsletters you get in your email. Okay, but you also have this feature. If you want to include it, it's also an option here. So okay, so we have the contact. This is the part that I was talking about. So this is the way that you can basically create a template, load a template from here, personalize it, use tags in your emails if you need them, create new tags for your contact, and the basic features that you need to know about. Now there are some other features that we could talk about from here. So basically the import one, where you can import contacts from CSV file. Yeah, so you can choose it and create it here. The only thing you need to make sure is that the structure of the file is the same as the structure you have defined here for contact. So basically, in my case, I have 4 fields for each contact, and that's first name, email, article, link, and website. So if I want to import them, they need to have the same structure, and they're going to get imported here to just make it easier for you to send emails. Something else that I consider useful from the features that they offer from here, there's also the API and the demo, but we're going to talk about those at the end. Now, next step I want to show you is the Your Contacts page. Basically, this is the account that you have, the dashboard account that you have. And here you're going to see how many contacts you've had so far from the total. In my case, it's not a paid account, so I only have 20 in total contacts, and then I've added all 20 of them. And then for each contact, you can see the date that I've added them, their email, and also their current status. That's basically if the sequence is completed or they're still receiving emails from me. And then you can go to details for each specific one of them and just see, okay, so the status is completed. I've sent the emails from this address to their address, and then I started the schedule on this date. I didn't send it via the API. You can do that as well. the last email was sent on the 4th of March, as you can see here, and it shows for each step of the sequence if it was sent or not. You can also click on it to get to get a better preview. You could have clicked on it, but apparently it only offers the information if it was sent or not, and then on which date you can see, and if the condition was respected. So if you have if no reply here, or always send it. And then you can see here at the top, you can see if there's any active sequence at this moment and how many previous sequences have you sent, because you can save this contact in your account and then send them a sequence that you have for, let's say, 2 weeks, and then send them another sequence, a new sequence that is going to be for another 2 weeks, just to try to contact them, try to get them to answer to you. Or if you know that you have people that you're working with, either influencers or clients that get back to you later, you can just put their email here, send them a sequence until they answer, then create the second sequence and just keep on sending them, because you know you have to send them 3 emails before they answer to whatever questions you have via email. Okay, so this is basically the account. There's not much more here. So you have the Chrome extension you can download from here, the pricing if you're interested in it, the blog, and the about page of If No Reply. Okay, so I'm going to continue to show you the API part of this tool, because they have this feature. Talk a little bit about it, and then we're going to probably do a recap of the video. So let's open the API here. So here's basically the information you have is to help you establish an API through which you're basically sending the sequences that you need. So you get here like your API key if you need it, and then the parameters to basically send out all the information via your account. Okay, and then sending it, you can also do through the API, cancel the sequence for each one of them, for each particular account. You can cancel it, or opting out. The difference between opting out and cancel the sequence, so the opt-out is basically they self-opt-out, and when you cancel, you're doing the canceling. You decided that you're not going to send to this contact anymore, not because they responded or because they wanted to not receive emails from you anymore, but just because you have other reasons to stop that sequence. Okay, you can get more information from them. I believe that this is like a great place to start if you're interested in using their services, not just the application that they have for Gmail. You can basically send most of them through the information. So just I wanted to show you this. This is quite important. You're creating the template. Okay, so basically the scheduling with each email that you want to send, you're creating in here. So it has step 1, the second step, the third, and then each template has an ID, and that's how you're going to identify it through the API, which template you want to send to the contact that you have. So that's important to know. This is an information that you'll basically need from the software. Okay, and then let's say we're sending this information. I don't think that I can... oh yeah, there's also the track opened. Yes. I have a little bit problem with this part, because whatever resolution I have for the monitor, there's also always some features or buttons that I cannot see. So there's also the track opened. So basically they're going to send you a report if the email is opened or not. That's an important feature from my point of view, because you get to know if they're actually opening your email and or not answering to it, or they're not actually seeing it at all. Especially when you're doing email automations, either for sales or for influencer marketing, is quite important to have this information. And then if we're going to click here to send the sequence that we've created to this false account, Okay, you're gonna basically see the preview for each email. Okay, so this is for Sarah, and you have the preview of each email. You can choose after you see this the first time to not show this message again here. Personally, I like to do this because I don't go to I create the sequence, and then if I have some particularities, I change them in the emails. But I do the last check here because I think that this is the best way to have a preview of how everything's going to work and look in when they're going to receive it. So yeah, so I check her from here. This is for Sarah, and I'm gonna click. And if you want to get to somebody else, the two emails, okay, send sequence, scheduling, sequence scheduled, and that's basically it. So these are the features that you can do with if no reply. I'm gonna look a little bit to see. Okay, if you have any comments or questions about the video, please leave them in the comment section below. I'm just gonna do a short recap now just to see. So here is the way that you can use if no reply. You can find it in the link in the description if you want to install it. It's a Chrome extension that you can use in your Gmail account, even if you already have Streak. It's great if you're using it either for sales automation or when you want to send a lot of automated mails, not necessarily mails that people are going to respond to you, because if they respond, the sequence is going to stop. But if they're people that you know that you have to insist with, this is a good solution. And then you have here basically the dashboard. You find it in your Gmail. It's pretty much similar. In creating the email, it's basically the same. And then you can create your steps. You have the mail merge where you create new contact, and for each contact you can create new tags, or if you choose you can import your contacts, and we talked about that. Also, how you can create your steps for each template that you have, how to save the template, and also how to load one. I have a few here. You can load each one of them. Let's see, we're going to load the one that we had at the beginning. So yeah, that's the first email. This is the second. And you can choose different ways in which you can schedule your messages. And then if you want them to exclude the weekends, include your signature, include the opt-out options, and also the track opens. And then you have the preview when you're sending the sequence. Also, we talked a little bit about your contacts section and what information you can find there. So I think that this is about it for this tool. If you have any other comments or questions about the tutorial I did today, or if you have any suggestions of tools that you would like us to present in the future videos, please leave them in the comment section below. Now for the end of the video, here you have the end screen. Don't forget to follow our Twitter account and our Instagram. On Twitter, you're going to find lots of useful marketing lessons that we send out on Mondays and Tuesdays, and lots of useful information about the tools we cover. You're going to also find on Instagram and about the founders of these tools. And also don't forget to check our blog at squirrely.co/blog to see more about the articles that we create for you to become better marketers. Hope you had great fun with me today. Florine is going to show you a great video next week, and see you in 2 weeks. Have a great weekend.